Ooh, that's good news. About frickin' time. Here we go.
Good morning. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill from the KMET Weather Center. For the Beaumont and the Banning area, as we go through the daytime hours, expect mostly sunny skies. Those highs expected in the middle 70s. For the daytime hours in the IE area, expect sunny skies, highs near 80. And for the daytime in the Coachella Valley, sunny skies, highs in the mid 80s. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Good to have you with us. On today's show, we got lots to talk about. The question of the day is, what is going on around the world, and how are you getting through it all? Of course, a lot of people having fun, including our very own Jesse Sanchez, who just had some fun over the weekend with something he said he was going to see. And Jesse, I kid you not, I've been wanting to see this just because you said it. But the question is, should I save my money, or should I spend it at the movie theater or wait for it to come out later? Ghostbusters, was it worth watching, and is it worth watching for everyone and then some?
Oh yes, that movie was just absolutely amazing to me. There aren't too many movies where I go to where at the end of the film the audience starts clapping, but this was one of them. It was just this movie was filled with so many emotions, and yeah, I even had a little tear at the end of the movie. But there are also two end scenes or end credit scenes at the end of this movie. So if you watch it, stay till the very end.
Okay, I'm
But
glad you told me that, because there's nothing like spending all that money and then getting all those snacks. And then when I see people leaving, I'm almost like, do I want to tell them to wait or do I not want to? Because it's always worth it to wait for certain end scenes, right? So you're saying go for it all. And are there any bathroom break moments or not really?
no, there are no bathroom break moments. You know what? Hold it. You got a cup, fill it up. No, don't do that. But if you have to go to the bathroom, just go. You'll probably end up watching this movie again and again. But if you do have a chance to watch it, go to the AMC theaters. Certain AMC theaters will be participating in. They're going to be selling like these Ecto One popcorn buckets.
Okay, that's cool.
So they're like 34.99 or something, but they are really cool. It looks like the Ecto One, and you can actually hold popcorn in it. So that's really cool.
Okay. So I'm excited already. I will say this: when the other one came out, which was what I would call the one which is fun, it's definitely girl centric. It just didn't give the right nod to the original Ghostbusters. This is kind of one of those where it's almost like the other one didn't happen, right?
Yeah, well, the other one, well, obviously happened in like in a different universe, but the other one, the female one, it felt like a comedy. It didn't feel like a Ghostbusters movie. It felt like they only took it by name and just figured, oh, you know what, the audience will watch it because it has Ghostbusters on it. No. I'd be like, I watched it, but it was an okay film, but it was not a Ghostbusters film. It was just it felt more like a slapstick comedy than a Ghostbusters film. So,
Okay. So for the person on the fence that says, Ghostbusters, big deal, what would you say to them?
well, it depends on like if you grew up with it, like people in the 80s and 90s. You know what? I watched the cartoons. I loved it. I even watched the Ghostbusters Extreme, which happens after the Ghostbusters series. But you know what? Start with the first one. If you like it, go for the second one and just work your way up.
Okay, all right,
Oh, what?
I like that. I like that. Or you could start with this one and then maybe go back, because there's nothing like a new, fresh moment in time. And question: is Slimer or the Stay Puffed or other ghosts worth watching?
Okay, so well, obviously, I think if you've seen the commercials, you know that the Stave Puff comes in little baby forms.
Yeah.
So that was super cute. And there's a new ghost. I think he's called the Muncher, but he looks like Slimer, but except for he's a little
Oh,
bigger.
got it. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know if you are like me. When I was younger, I actually used to watch the version that was on the cartoon version, right? That did the Slimer, and they kind of did the Ghostbusters thing. And I actually watched it, and recently I saw it replayed on a certain TV channel, and I was like, oh, okay, it's still active. And then they redid it. I think it was on Netflix. So will this create a new generation? I think it will, because they have a younger cast as well. And did that really play it off well as well?
You know what? I was thinking about that too. It's just like, would I really want to follow a cast full of kids, being Ghostbusters? And after seeing this movie, the only answer I have to say is yes. These kids did an amazing job. I love their characters in this movie.
Okay, all right. So there you go. It sounds like 2 top wins for Jesse. Yep, 2 thumbs up, 100%. There you go. And if you've been wondering what to watch, I think that's definitely something worth to watch. I recently saw something. I can't remember what it was, and it was actually good. Oh, that's right. I saw it a second time. I saw Eternals a second time. And so I was happy to see it a second time, because that was a really good movie. And I learned a lot more the second time watching it. So there you go. Stephanie Reed in social media says, hello, happy editing and onset of commercials for this busy day. Awesome day ahead for today. She capitalizes awesome. I enjoyed that. And happy Gilmore the Merrier on Up TV. So we all know she loves a little Gilmore. And so there you go. All right, people. We got lots of stories to talk about. But first, we're going to take a quick little break. When we get back, we have more. Just let us know where you're tuning in from. We'll do a shout out to you and your friends. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Listeners, Christopher here from The Christopher Show. Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit about CBD. Now, CBD is not approved by the FDA as of yet. Myself, as well as millions of other people across the USA, have used it with help for pain, anxiety, sleep, and other conditions. Now, all CBD products are not equal. It really matters on where you get the CBD from. Now, I suggest you get it from a qualified pharmacist, and I happen to know of one. It's at Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, California. They only carry pharmaceutical-grade CBD products of the highest quality. So, if you want the best, you go to Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions. Their staff is there to help you with all your CBD, pharmacy, and mobility needs. They're located at 1680 East 6th Street in Beaumont, California. Give them a call, 951-845-8252. Once again, it's Your Pharmacy Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, 951-845-8252. Once again, it's Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, California, 951-845-8252.
You've been charged with a crime, and now you're facing the loss of your freedom. Where do you turn to get out of jail or stay out of jail? The law offices of Wallen and Claridge. Call 877-4-NO-JAIL. With over 20 years' experience and attorneys who work in your local courts, Wallen and Claridge can make the difference between jail and freedom. When you need help, make one call. Make it to Wallen and Claridge. 877-4-NO-JAIL. The call is free. Will you be?
Mattress Brothers Overstock Mattress Sale. Just $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. $3.99. Check out Mattress Brothers $3.99 Overstock Sale. Mattress Brothers at 120 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands. The $3.99 Overstock Sale is on now. $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. Mattress Brothers also has locations in Hemet, Riverside, and Palm Desert. The $3.99 queen pillow top sale on now.
Your health truly is the greatest gift. At U-Theory, quality of life is at the heart of every product we make. From farm to shelf, we travel the world to source the purest, most efficacious, and clinically studied ingredients to create science-backed supplements that support beauty, emotional, and physical well-being. All U-Theory products are manufactured at our Southern California facility, ensuring the highest quality standards every step of the way. As a family-owned company, we celebrate the power of human potential with a mission to inspire wellness in all. Try U-Theory Immune Plus Daily Wellness. 100% daily values of vitamin C, D3, and zinc. Go beyond the you of today and catch the you of tomorrow. You Theory.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. Judy Munoz saying good morning to everyone here. I know she's from Walla Walla, Washington, usually watching and tuning in with her family. So we say thank you, Judy, for tuning in with all of us. Lots of stories going on around the world and questions. Is the situation getting any better in your neck of the woods? In some areas it is, in other areas it's not. Obviously, people are still getting sick. People are still getting coronavirus. Some are getting vaccinated, and others are wondering what's going on, especially as there's been the latest. For example, the reality is, these are some of the top news headlines. Europe is considering a booster doses of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. That's what they're considering because they're actually at a high note right now. A lot of European countries are in a high, which I always say, follow what's going on around the world first, and then you'll see usually how it ends up fueling it here. As we remember last year, it happened in European countries before it happened here. It happened in China, Asia areas, and it almost went westward instead of eastward, if that makes any sense. And Europe was in lockdown before we were here. Spain was in lockdown before it was here. Everything was in lockdown before it was here. Now, here in California, we have not necessarily had anything that has caused that to happen just yet. Are they waiting for it to get to certain numbers? I would say yes, but there are areas which are feeling it at a record pace. For example, this headline, Russia's COVID-19 deaths hover near all-time highs. Russia, if you remember, actually had, as of last year, supposedly the answer. They had like the golden ticket is what they called it for their vaccination shot, which was the first one out right away as of last year. But as of recent, it has not been that way. As of recent, they have seen a huge uptick. So evidently, there are things happening there that are not helping others. Austria is beginning their national lockdown to fight surging infections. There are certain countries which are really going next level, which are causing a concern, including Australia. I saw a report yesterday, which was very interesting, that Australia and Australians actually are being put in a very bad position, which is almost like too much control for that certain country. Now, the reality is it going to keep them safe? I would venture to say no, because if you put a hamper on people in a very bad way and start locking them up for simply speaking out about things, then you go into a very bad state of affairs. And evidently this is happening in Australia. There's some really crazy things happening there, which I would say we have a lot of Australian friends. I've never heard this ever happening. It almost sounds like if you speak out against certain things, you get locked up for it, and that's not good. I saw a woman who was actually pregnant. Granted, she was probably like 3 months pregnant, but she was still pregnant, getting locked up for something that she evidently had talked about a protest about vaccination, but because of talking about it, evidently the government felt that she needed to be locked up. That is not a good sign of things. Thankfully, that's not where we are here in the U.S., and I hope that it never gets to that point. It's not right, it's not good, and it's not the way to keep people safe. You let people just say, okay, you don't want to be vaccinated, we understand. We understand where you are with that, because as a medical professional, even medical professionals will sometimes say, I do not want to get this, that, or the other. Now, having said that, as of lately, I've been also seeing very interesting information popping up, as we said would happen because of the first initial stages of coronavirus vaccines. As we have said, with any vaccination, you're going to have some type of symptoms, some type of sometimes things just don't react well with your body. And that's why they have warnings. Each and every one of them have warnings. When you get your vaccine shot, if you don't get a list of questions, and if you don't answer truthfully, or if you don't know, then you're going to want to find out if you are possibly allergic to certain things that it already has in it. Okay, and that's number one. Number two, you got to make sure to keep a record, even if you do lose that card, which I recommend that you don't, because everybody's asking for the card, that you keep a record of which one you get, when you get it, and how you get it. There's a lot of information out there. Some say you can mix them, some say you can't. Usually it lasts anywhere from 4 to 6 months on average. Some as little as 3. It just depends on your body's metabolism and other things that you have going on for you. So, having said that, are these things something worth watching? The answer is yes. Does it mean that we're out of the woods? The answer is no. Does it mean that some people are going next level with Crazyville? I would say yes, yes, and yes, unfortunately. I would say people are getting way too extreme. You're getting way too, let's put it this way. Face masks, one thing. A recommendation to get the vaccine shot, another thing. But demanding it and then making you either lose your job and or quit just because you may say no is a whole other ball game, especially when different variants come out and certain vaccines may prove ineffective versus certain variants that are coming out. Right, Jesse? I mean, I know you're keeping a track with certain variants as well, and I remember you talking about Lambda. Question is the coronavirus shot that was done earlier this year able to, create a better antibody system in your body for Lambda? I would say no, but the more recent one, yes. What do you think?
Yeah, I think like if you had the initial 2 doses, I think you're supposed to get a booster shot soon.
That's a Moderna, because Pfizer didn't have 2 shots. Only Moderna was the one that had 2 different shots at 2. You see what I mean? So everyone's different.
Pfizer was 2 shots.
No, Pfizer was not 2 shots. It was 1 shot.
No, Pfizer was 2 shots.
Now it's 2 shots. The second one is the booster shot, but it was only 1 shot. Everybody that got the Pfizer shot was only 1 shot. The Moderna was a 2-shot dose. That's where people get confused.
I got 2 shots of the Pfizer.
In January, February, or March?
I don't know, when they initially started doing the vaccine stuff.
So like in April or?
Yeah, around that.
Okay, so you didn't get the Moderna. You got the Pfizer one.
Yeah, Pfizer gave 2 shots, Moderna gave 2 shots, J&J gave 1 shot.
Okay, maybe I got wrong information. I'm pretty... Oh, okay, you know what? You know what you got, so I'm not gonna... And that's the point, what I'm saying. Now, Johnson & Johnson was definitely 1 shot, right? But the more recent one is what they call the booster, but if you didn't even get the first one, it's still the more current one than not. They sell out for a reason, because they're all being used really quick and really fast. Now, the Moderna one, there's always ample supplies. Now, having said that, there are certain countries that if you move from and or you travel from, they have different qualifications of vaccine shots, because those cover different variants that they do not have here yet. So having said that, the Delta was found in India first and foremost. It was really big and really bad in India, remember, earlier on this year. But the coronavirus shot that everybody got did not cover Delta because it was considered a new strain. So there's all kinds of questions and statements out there. Either way you say, or either way you get it, there you go. Now, Judy does admit this. Yes, I got 2 shots of Pfizer in the summer. Okay, so Judy knows. See, I'm wrong. I don't know everything, obviously. So there you go. So anyone and everyone, of course, we appreciate you. Again, make sure you keep safe. Make sure you know what to do, and make sure you do the right thing. Now, I will say this. A lot of people mad on that trial, which happened last week. A lot of people are upset about it. There's been a lot of protesting. Let's find out more about that right around the corner. We'll be right back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
Totally Nutcracker's world premiere will be presented by Victory Arts Sunday, December 12th at 4 p.m. Enjoy the holiday classic with a twist, featuring the San Diego Ballet and dazzling local dancers of all ages. An everyone can love it version with a special musical score. Join us at the Chula Vista Memorial Outdoor Bowl, where lively fun and zaniness abounds. Info at victoryarts.us.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
Together We Are Strong is a product brand which stands for unity, equality, and protecting voting rights. Shop now at togetherwearestrong.com for t-shirts, hats, and coffee mugs. All voting rights profits are donated to Rock the Vote, an organization on a mission to empowering young voters. Become an activist without saying a word. Togetherwearestrong.com. Make a difference in America and the world. Shop online at togetherwearestrong.com. Give the gift that helps drive change. Go visit togetherwearestrong.com.
Join Yvette Walker every Tuesday at 4 o'clock p.m. on KMET ABC News Radio, 1490 AM, FM 98.1, and Internet KMET TV for the Southern California Business Report. The show is dedicated to highlighting successful businesses and the individuals behind them. Yvette interviews the incredible people managing these enterprises that range from awe-inspiring sole proprietors to world-renowned organizations. The Southern California Business Report, Tuesdays at 4 o'clock p.m.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM, and we include each and every one of you in our comments. Make sure to reply and or comment on our social media. Again, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, Twitter as well. We appreciate each and every one of your comments. Always look at them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and or share if you find it's interesting, whatever it is that you find out here on the show. Also, I do want to do a big quick shout out to the LA Auto Show, which is actually occurring right here, right now at the LA Convention Center here in Los Angeles. A lot of great new vehicles, a lot of great stuff, a lot of just everything good, and then some. I will say we had a chance to speak with Hyundai, Kia, and some other major car manufacturers. As those of you know, I'm part of the Hispanic Motor Press. I actually posted the video on my social media. Go check that out as well. We found out some great information about the future of vehicles, including hydro, including electrical, and where are they going with that. We actually awarded earlier this year a very big award to a fuel cell vehicle, which actually goes 76 miles per gallon. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. Now the question is, what are we going to do with infrastructure? Do we have the ability to have hydro vehicles or water solution vehicles? The answer is yes. I feel that if we have every single oil company, Shell, which is already being touted for more, Mobil, Chevron, 76 Station, Arco, all they have to do is just put an additional number there. I don't know if you guys see the 3 tiers and then the diesel. Jesse, do you ever go for the middle one when it comes to your gas, or do you just choose high or low depending on how you feel? Which is it?
Well, since I live in California, my wallet dictates what I pick, so I have to pick the lowest one.
Yeah.
Because that's like almost $4.50, and honestly, I wish it would just take blood. It's like, do you guys give discount for blood, plasma, or bone marrow or something? God.
It feels like you're giving it, right? I know. The pain at the pump is real, and it's a little too high, especially for people that depend on that. Lyft drivers, I can guarantee you right now, hate paying that much. I wanted to get another vehicle, which was obviously an all-electric vehicle or a hybrid at that much, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to. So, because they were selling out, and I just couldn't afford the amount that they were kind of bumping it up at. I saw numbers all around the corner not all, but all around at all different stages, all around every corner, which I was looking for the electric vehicle that I wanted. But having said that, going forward, there's hydro vehicles, there's gasoline vehicles, there's a lot of new vehicles that are out that are helping everybody understand, hey, you can make sense of it eventually if you pay only so much. But back to the vehicle of choice, there's a fuel cell vehicle. It's the Toyota that actually makes it 76 miles per gallon. You can't even get that on electrical, and you fuel it up within less than 3 to 5 minutes, which is similar to regular fuel. So I propose this to all gasoline companies out there. Just look, we never pay the middle one. I don't know anybody that pays the middle one. They either pay the low one, the middle one, or the high one, and diesel, right? So just add an additional little one there. Add another container or make it available on the second one. Just do the top one and the low one because no one's paying for the middle one. Do you guys pay for the middle one? I want to know on social media. I never do. I either pay high or low. That's it. So I wonder if they even have less of the middle one. I don't know. What are the numbers? 87, 90? What are they?
Like honestly, I believe the middle one is just an empty thing. Like I've never met anyone who picked the middle one. It's either low or high.
Exactly. I think it makes you choose one or the other, right? It's like
right. Like if I push the middle one, like will it like flash and be like, no, you did not. Choose the other one.
Yeah, we're running empty on that. Yeah, that's the question of the day. I don't know, but I will say that she could replace it 100%. Now, skipping into something that is really being talked about as of late, Kyle Rittenhouse. A lot of protests happening on this. Some mad, some angry, and some just saying, we're not going to have this. We don't agree with this. Why would these people get shot? And then somebody say, oh, you're not guilty for any of it. Granted, the attorneys did do a very good job at keeping him as innocent as possible, going with the whole he defended himself at the very end. I would say if you relook at all the information, there's a reason why Biden has spoken out about it. There's a reason that others have spoken out about it. There's a reason people are saying, no, I'm not okay with this. I think it needs to be retried. Was it done in the best way possible? I don't know. But either way you slice it or dice it, a lot of protests are happening again. And recently he was seen to have said, I support the Black Lives Movement matter, even though he was at an event where this happened, and he wasn't exactly teaching or preaching that. So I don't know. Is he concerned? I would say yes. I know my mom said, oh, man, he's going to have a hard time after, even though he's innocent. People are not going to like him in the end. And these are the type of things that are happening. Biden calls for calm, but says Rittenhouse not guilty verdict leaves him angry and concerned. Now, granted, that's just one person, but others are demonstrating. For example, here, hundreds demonstrate in downtown Minneapolis about the acquittal, at times blocking intersections and traffic. I will say, don't make a worse thing become worse in that way. One protester said, it's not self-defense if you carry a rifle, loaded weapon to a protest that's not even in your community. No vandalism or arrests were reported on this particular protest. George Floyd was killed in the city by then Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin during an arrest on May 25th, 2020, which sparked this. And we all remember that. George Floyd's information spewed a lot of interesting protests and awareness campaigns around the world. We remember it even reached over to the other side of the world in Europe and other places, saying this is not right. You guys cannot keep doing this to people. It's just not right. And then there were several other ones that all happened late last year. Now, are we going back to that? Unfortunately, I would say yes, especially in this area because it's a very heated topic. Black Lives Matter in Chicago attracted more than 1,000 marchers Saturday afternoon. Now, I will say this, just like this happened before, and I know, Jesse, you and I spoke about this last year. I said, please don't go to these areas just to be part of it because you never know what will happen because people get weird and crazy in the middle of them all, right?
Yeah, I ain't gonna go around there's too much tension and stuff in the air around these things, and a protest can easily become a riot.
Yeah.
In the snap of a finger. So, yeah, I'd rather not be in these areas, mainly because I don't know these people and I don't know how they will react.
Yeah, and that's probably the best answer of all. You just don't know how it could go from normal to upsetting to really bad all over a few people. I will say this. I remember when this happened in the Santa Monica region. because unfortunately I have people that I know which were in that Santa Monica area, which got vandalized, burglarized, and then some, and had to repair everything, including boarding up the windows. And remember, a lot of LA still is somewhat boarded up from these protests as of last year, which make it look like a war scene in some cases, right? Thankfully, things have cooled down in our area, but they can always get heated back up. So I say this to remember this. Always stay safe in these type of demonstrations. And if you feel it's getting too violent, don't go along with the rest of the crowd. Just do not. It's better to walk away and say, I was there, but I'm safe now. Just be willing to walk away. Sometimes tear gas, sometimes protests get out of hand. Obviously, sometimes the other police officers move in with their SWAT gear and such. When that happens, just walk away. There is no shame in walking away. Now, in this case of what happened, he had an illegal gun, period, end of story. He went out of his way to go there. He joined other said militiamen, and unfortunately, he himself was under the age of 18 at the time. So he wasn't legal doing what he was doing, and he didn't have the proper anything, really. So you have somebody shooting and maiming 3 people, all set on separate different occasions. So the question is that right in any given area? And if somebody has one, would that fly here? I would say no. And I would say if the roles were reversed and this were, person of a different color, I guarantee you, if they were Latin or any other descent, as African American and or other, it probably wouldn't have gotten a not guilty verdict. But if we're not going to make it about a race thing, we could just make it about this. Did he kill and shoot, or did he shoot and kill people? The answer is yes. Is the fiance or girlfriend of the one man who actually defended her, the one that was dead, I think the second one that they talked about but didn't really show pictures of, is she willing to speak out about? Well, she has in one of these protests. And you can see her face and say, okay, this woman who loved her boyfriend at the time wants the real information out. And I think, if anything, you need to understand this. He did not shoot anybody of a different color. He shot those of the same color. Having said that, we know in the reality. Why did you do that, Jesse?
Because everyone's acting like he killed 2 black dudes, and it's just like everyone's making it a race thing. It's just like, dude killed white people. Calm down. But it's just like,
well,
I don't know how to feel about this, but either way, it's just, yeah, a lot of people are making it a race thing.
Well, and here's the thing. Just as any protest has people of all shades and all colors say, look, this isn't right. You do not have to have black people in a Black Lives Movement matter. You had simply people that cared about social injustice. And that's what made them be at this particular location. Were they looting? Were they thieving? Were they stealing? Were they creating more crime there? I would say no. They were there in support of the Black Lives Movement matter. And the fact that, again, back to the George Floyd situation, when you have cops and you have people create problems for people of certain colors more than not, or handle them in a really abusive way and cause them to die, then the question is this a social matter, or is it a matter of certain color against color? The answer is no, when you understand there are good people of all different shades which attend these rallies and or protests. However, having said that, this person, Kyle, was on the opposite side of that movement. He was on the, no, I'm going to make sure you guys get, well, doesn't matter what I say. It's already been verdict. It's already been judged upon. Will it be appealed or will it not? I would say no, because there you go. That's the way it is done. But I will say, look at the judge, look at the information, and then find out the information. Then you'll understand what really happened. But the reality is, he still shot 2 people and maimed 1 other person. Were they all bad and evil and all that? No, they were actually speaking out against what was wrong in the world, which, again, sometimes these things need to be said because then things happen in the police district where they were at. And I believe in the most part, it needs to be caught aware to people in their minds to say, okay, we need to help our police brutality victims, because that's what's happening. At the end of the day, even if you've been brutalized by a said officer and or others, you have rights. And having said that, the families, again, have rights of these people. But like I say, do not participate in these things. It doesn't matter what you look like or how. People get crazy, and they go crazy all overnight. It's very quick and very fast. And then they light fires, and then they break into things, and they go ahead and steal. I remember in Santa Monica, there were all kinds of white people just thieving surf supply shops and others because nobody was doing anything, including the cops. They're like, yeah, we can't help you. We got to make sure the crowd is under control. And that's the problem for said business owners. So it's just a bad thing, a worse thing, and a horrible thing over time. Stephanie Reed says, I let God make his judgment. I would say, yeah, at the end of the day, it's kind of what you got to do. All right, people, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Tired of waiting in line for overpriced coffees and packaged rolls? Make a change and stop for coffee or espresso and a fresh homemade apple fritter or ham and cheese croissant at Donut Delight on Highland Springs Road in Banning, just off the I-10 freeway. Donut Delight is a family-owned business with a friendly staff who has served the Pass area for 22 years. Donut Delight on the corner of Highland Springs Road and Ramsey Street, just off the I-10 freeway. Donut Delight opens daily at 4:30 a.m.
Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit to get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
When it comes to health and well-being, cellular hydration is the key. You could say that hydration is the key to every wellness program. And structured water in its natural state, is the key to cellular hydration. Most of the water available to us has been processed for purity, safety, and convenience. But processing causes water to lose its natural hexagonal structure, with unfortunate effects for our bodies. Now you can take your personal hydration to a whole new level with the glassware that restructures water in just 3 minutes. Golden Ratio Products brings you these amazing water bottles, carafes, and drinking glasses which put the life back into the water you drink. Try it and you'll be amazed at the effects you feel in your body. Go to goldenratioproducts.com for the next phase of your water consciousness.
Attention homeowners, spending more time around your house means you're putting more stress on major appliances that keep your home running. Like many Americans, a major breakdown could be very costly during these uncertain times. AC unit goes, that's $4,500. Water heater breaks, $1,500. When you own a home, it's always something. If you have a home warranty, those repairs could cost you nothing. A Home Service Club warranty pays for the repair or replacement of your home appliances and systems when they break down, even from normal wear and tear. For about $1 a day, you can cover your home appliances and systems. It's not a question of if they'll break down, it's when. If you call now, you'll get your first month free and $75 off your first year. Make home appliance repairs one less thing to worry about. Call 800-274-4679 now for your free quote, free first month, and $75 off your first year. 800-274-4679 now. That's 800-274-4679. Again, 800-274-4679.
Back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Jesse, I understand you got some news articles over there. What's going on?
Well, I do have some good news, especially for Target owner or people that go to Target, or people that work at Target actually. So one of my biggest pet peeves is stores that are open on Thanksgiving, like Target, Walmart, and stuff like that. People should be at home. So apparently Target this year will have that day off. So I'm actually quite excited about that.
Yeah, I say good job, right? And you know what? There's always online specials. Although I do wonder for those that always want to do the midnight rush. I did it only once, And I did it in an area where actually there were not a lot of people. And I thought, okay, this actually isn't as bad as it would seem in certain areas. But I was like in the area of, do you know where Magic Mountain is at?
Magic Mountain. Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, I was up there with some friends, and so it wasn't like a heavily populated area. I will say in areas like metropolitan areas where people get a little crazy and then some, you can see that happening in certain areas, right? Black Friday deals going from really weird to really crazy overnight, right? But having said that, are there any things that you definitely kind of like think, ooh, I gotta want to buy?
Uh, Honestly, ever since I moved into my new apartment and stuff like that, I've been looking at things a whole lot differently. As much as I want things, I want. There's the part of me that thinks that I need.
Okay.
So it's just like, besides like the stuff that I don't need, like I want like a $200 lightsaber and all these other things. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like
I
I saw this Lego kit of the Ecto 1 at Target. I'm like, oh my god, I wanted it. I looked at the price, $200. I was like, oh, dang, I don't need it.
Yeah, I will say this year I don't really have much wants, if any. I know I got my mom recently a vacuum cleaner, and we got a steam one for that, right? And I will say at first she was kind of skeptical, and then once she used it like 3 times, she's like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, because it cleans up everything. It makes your carpet seem like brand new. It was only, I think, $249, I think max $300, again with warranty, which seems like a lot. But if you go for a regular cleaning, it has the type that has the water, it has hydro, where it actually like scoops up, and then it's easy to clean in the vacuum saver moment, where you actually like you detach everything, and instead of like sometimes those little do you have carpet or do you have wood floors, Jesse?
I actually have both in that apartment.
Okay, all right. So I will say again, for those that want a really good one, again, look for 250 and above, and I forget the manufacturer of it, but I will say that is really good, especially if you have pets. She found so many types that she goes, now my allergies are gone. She kept getting bitten by spiders, as she had said, and she's like, I need something that will clean the house and then some. I'm like, then get this. I'm pretty sure it'll work for you. It cleans up everything, and actually takes out the black spots because it hydros. It actually wets it and then it dries it all at the same time, so it's a faster way to do it. If you've ever gotten your carpet cleaned, have you ever done that, Jesse?
Oh yes, we've done that several times in our home throughout the years. But yeah, it takes a long time to dry.
Yeah, and that costs typically about how much would you say? Just that you can...
Well, the last time I remember, probably around like $300-400 or a little bit more.
Yeah, and you could probably get them for cheaper, $80-90 if you just go for certain specials that they have, like first time specials. But I will say this is worth its weight in gold, because you always keep your carpet very, very clean. Some people don't like carpet for that reason, because of all the problems. And then you get surface material where you have certain vacuum cleaners. But this is a list of things that you can get, the top 5 things you might want to look at. And again, you can find these at Target. Is this the Philips One by Sonicare battery toothbrush? You can upgrade your toothbrush routine with the Philips One by Sonicare battery toothbrush. It's especially great for travel because you don't have to charge it, and it comes with a carrying case, which is actually pretty good. And you can get that for the low price of $14.99. Yeah, that's originally $24.99. Again, it's one of those really quick and fast ones. Obviously, they have more expensive ones, which are like which are Bluetooth enabled, and they show you your teeth and where you missed and all that, which I have thought of doing, but I'm not sure I would pay $150 for. But these are the quick specials through Target on their Black Friday deal. So they will be open not on Thanksgiving, but evidently on Friday, right, Jesse?
Yeah, I'm cool with the Black Friday. I'm not cool with people missing dinner with their family, just family time in general, to stay on the sidewalk for something you do not really need.
Yeah. Steffi Reese says, I know I'm going to do Christmas-themed commercial with Lego. Awesome. Good job. Let's see. KitchenAid Professional 5-quart stand mixer. If you love to cook, This is one for you. Originally for $29.99. It'll be on sale for $219.99. That's almost half off. KitchenAid makes the ultimate mixers for baking and cooking. Right now you can get one on sale in ice blue, black, silver, or red at Target. I like the red ones, not going to lie. They're pretty cool. Then you could get Apple AirPods Pro. Yeah, those are kind of expensive. Normally $249.99. You can get them for this Friday only for $189.99. If you have yet to upgrade your AirPods to the AirPods Pro, or you don't have a pair yet at all, it may be the time to buy. The latest iteration include active noise cancellation that you can switch on and off, plus a custom comfier fit thanks to the pod's silicone tips. So there you go. As long as they have it to where you can find it, because I always lose my stuff, so that's my problem. You can also...
I do have one thing to say.
What?
Those Apple AirTags, an amazing device. I remember we talked about it before.
Yeah.
So I do not have any AirTags, and I keep seeing a lot of things about it. So like, let's say I was laying down in my room and my phone started vibrating. It was telling me that there was an AirTag nearby. So it was really cool because like if you have an iPhone, you can detect other people's AirTags if they're nearby you. So like if someone's tracking you, you can actually, it'll tell you if something's following you. Did you know that?
You know, I did not know it notified you of somebody else's AirTag. I figured your own AirTag.
No, like
how do AirTags work exactly? Now I have questions, Jesse.
I don't have it exactly, but like there's like little circle devices you put on things and it allows you to track. But it was telling me that I was near another person's AirTag, and it was like showing me where it is, because you know obviously if you're being tracked, it'll tell you. But it was just like I could see the movement of the AirTag, so I was like okay. So I went outside to look around. It was somebody moving into the apartment, but it was interesting because it allowed me to detect other people's AirTags around me.
Yeah, see, I like if I were your neighbor, I would be kind of weirded out that you see that. You know what I mean? Because it's for me only. So I wonder how that works exactly. Now I will say this: I'm looking at Apple.com AirTag, right? Like for example, you have it on your wallet, right? Would you want somebody to know where your wallet was? I don't know if that makes any. I get what you're saying, but it's kind of like, you know, when there's like when you go to Bluetooth and then it shows you everybody else's Bluetooth and then you might connect it by accident. You know what I mean? Like it might be on the car device and then you see everybody around you. So I will say this though, I have been thinking about this, and I think it's a good thing for yourself. Like this AirTag, lose your knack for losing things. Now I'm looking up this, back to what you're saying, because I think this is a good product buy. I'm not going to say it isn't, right? And let me see if I can bring it up here in just a minute. But the reality is, I think if you can do this for yourself, it actually makes more sense than not, because it actually is kind of cool. Because I lose things. I don't know about you. I hate losing things. So here it is. The AirTag. Now you can see what we're talking about. Lose your knack for losing things. And it shows you how close your whatever it is that you're with, right? Let's say it's your keys or such, which I know a lot of people lately have been losing their keys, including myself. AirTag is a super easy way to keep track of your stuff. Attach one to your keys, slip another in your backpack. I like that. And just like that, you're there on your radar in the Find My app, where you can also track down your Apple devices and keep up with friends and family. Now, I will say, of course, notify them, right? I can see people already doing it and other ones not knowing. But you could attach it to your bike, to anything that you normally would probably lose. And I will say, to your wallet or your purse or anything that is easily stolen, I would definitely attach it to, right? It says, ping it, find it. Misplacing something like your wallet doesn't have to be a big deal when it has AirTag attached. You can play a sound on the built-in speaker by going to the New Items tab in the Find My app, or say, hey Siri, find my wallet. If it's hiding nearby, like under the couch or in the next room, just follow the sound and your search is over. People should do that for the remote, huh, Jesse?
You know what? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to put this on I'm going to put this on everything. I'll be like, Siri, find the remote.
Yeah.
Siri, find my Dr. Pepper.
If your AirTag is nearby, your iPhone can lead you straight to it with precision finding. You'll see the distance to your AirTag and the direction to head in, all thanks to ultra-wideband technology. Shoot, they need to attach these to certain vehicles when they get stolen, right? Cold, warm, warm, or hot. It tells you exactly where it's at, and that's pretty cool. You can actually make it a fun game with the family. Just get them a gift and then attach it. I'd be like, all right, let's see if you could trace it, right? You could get by with a little help from hundreds of millions of friends. When you've left something far behind, like at the beach or the gym, the Find My network, hundreds of millions of iPhone, iPad, and Mac devices around the world, helps track down your AirTag. That's what I think you basically tapped into, Jesse. You kind of tapped into that. And it's designed to protect your privacy every step of the way. How does it work? Your AirTag sends out a secure Bluetooth signal that can be detected by nearby devices in the Find My network. These devices send the location of your AirTag to iCloud. Then you can go to the Find My app and see it on a map. The whole process is anonymous and encrypted to protect your privacy. It's efficient, so there's no need to worry about battery life or data usage. Now, I do have questions on that, because what if you're in an area where there is no Wi-Fi, right? Like stuck in the woods. Would it still locate it? I don't know, but it's a question that I have. I need answers to. It says lost mode makes finding things even easier. Like your other Apple devices, AirTag can be put into lost mode. Then when it's detected by a device in the network, you automatically get a notification. See, it has to be around Wi-Fi areas, which again, if you're in a metropolitan area, guaranteed it will pick up something. You can set it so someone can get your contact info by tapping your AirTag with an NFC-capable smartphone. That's the same technology that lets people pay for things with their phones. There is privacy built in. It says only you can see where your AirTag is. Your location, data, and history are never stored on the AirTag itself. Devices that relay the location of your AirTag stay anonymous, and that location data is encrypted every step of the way. So not even Apple knows the location of your AirTag or the identity of that device that helps find it. So there's some pretty cool stuff with this. It is possible. You will see them at Target and other places. And I say, you know what? If it makes sense, why not? And they look pretty easy. I mean, I would put this on luggage for sure, or when you're traveling, because I would want to know if somebody steals my stuff, right?
Right. I mean, I'm just in this day and age, it doesn't hurt to have things tracked.
Yeah. And
so it only takes a second for things to go missing.
Yeah, and I will say, again, this makes a good gift, even to your significant other. If you say, look, honey, you know those keys? Can you just attach one to the keys? You don't know how many times. I know of one person who missed out on a really fun day because his keys were in literally the laundry, right? He forgot where it was at. And then recently, actually, the same person, we looked probably for half an hour. We called AAA to get into his vehicle, but they were actually at the event because they dropped it out of his pocket or out of the bag where he put things at. So I will say, for him, I would be like, can you just get this? And then, but I think he has an Android, not an iPhone. I don't know. So does that work with other devices? I don't know, but it definitely works for Apple. And there's all different ones out there. They've had these for quite some time, but I will say they've gone next step with that. So are you going to get an AirTag? Lately, I would say, why not? As long as you can see it, right? You don't know how many times I've had things gone disappearing that you want to be like, okay, where's it at? Right? So there you go. All right, people. Well, we're out of time. That's it for the morning show. Make it a great day. Whatever you do, remember Ghostbusters. Jesse gave it 2 thumbs up with a twist, right? Because it's called Stay Through to the End to see what else is going to happen. Right, Jesse?
Yes, stay to the end. And honestly, I think you'll enjoy it.
There you go. I know Rosalie will enjoy it. She says, I am late. I'll have to watch the rerun. We thank you for watching the rerun, and thank you for supporting us here at The Morning Show. More great content coming up after this. Make sure to download the app. It's KMET 1490 AM. Bye-bye, everyone.